When we talk of statecraft, we mean parliamentary empowerment, and that is hogwash. I know of no corruptive influence today than getting elected to Congress or becoming President of the United States. In fact, let me tell you, in many cases, it's very dangerous to become mayor of a socialist city like Burlington. That is a separate problem. It's a very dangerous act, because politics in the form of statecraft operates by a law of negative selection. The worse you are, the more likely you are to get elected. The more demagogic you are, the more likely you are to be successful. And that's dangerous. And it is corrupting almost every parliamentary movement that I have seen, even the most well-intentioned, and including some of the most well-intentioned people. So what can we build on? Can we also work only with an extra-parliamentary movement? We need one. We need one because it is not only an exercise in field and direct action where people think they are taking their destiny into their own hands, and often do. It's great to have a strike. It's great to have a blockade. It's great to have a demonstration. It's great to form cultural enclaves, to become squatters, to try to redeem areas and so on and so forth that have been abandoned by the cities and the like. But that too has to be translated into something more definite. And there was a way of doing it. In Spain, they took the extra-parliamentary movement and turned it into trade unions called the CNT. Had 2 million members, got involved in a civil war, after which 1 million people died in the Civil War. I'm not saying that their strategy was right or wrong, but at least they institutionalized or organized their extra-parliamentary movement. That's one alternative. The usual alternative, quite aside from Gandhi, was finally to rise in insurrection. Let's face it. I mean, when you go from step to step and block to block, you finally wind up on a barricade. And how many people sincerely believe today that the barricade is more than a symbol? As I look upon 1930s, and when I think of the uprising of the Austrian workers in 1934, who at least could bring rifle against rifle, machine gun against machine gun, and saw how they were smashed, or when I think of the Spanish Revolution for 3 years, then I ask myself how today, in an era of nerve gas, in an era of supersonic aircraft, in an era of green beret, brainless whatever, in an era right now of who knows what type of weaponry, can one today seriously talk of an insurrection except as a symbol? And what can the barricade be than other a symbol? Let's face it now. If Frederick Engels in 1880 could make the declaration that the barricade was finished because of artillery, what can I say in the face of the neutron bomb? What can I say in the face of space warfare? So how is the extra-parliamentary movement, which is the feeding ground, the nourishing ground, the soil of a culture, be translated into a politics that will not at the same time be parliamentary, that will not be statecraft, but that will also, as it were, nourish the extra-parliamentary movement?